Hello everyone. Today we will be solving a few questions from class 12 physics. So first question here is a question from the chapter of one-dimensional motion. So in this case, we are given 5 balls. A juggler is keep going is keeping these 5 balls going with one hand so that any instant 4 balls are in the air and one ball is in the hand of the catcher. Okay, if the ball rises to a height of 20 meter, then the time for which each ball stays in his hand is okay. So what we need to do here is we will discuss the complete motion of one ball first, and then we'll solve further questions for more details. Okay, so suppose we have a ball and this ball is projected upwards with a speed u. Now we have already given the information that the ball rises to a height of 20 meter. So what will happen is this ball will go up to a height of 20 meter and then return back to hand of the juggler, right? So this height is 20 meter. So if I need to find this speed u, this is speed u here, I can use equations of motion, and we already know what the equations of motion are. So for this ball, initial velocity we are assuming to be u. Now we need to find acceleration acting on this body. So I can say that only force acting here is gravitational force, which is acting downwards. So acceleration will be minus g. Minus is basically here because direction of acceleration is vertically downwards. So acceleration due to gravity will be g downwards. Okay. Now, after reaching at this point, we can say that its velocity will become zero. At highest point, I can say that velocity of ball will be zero. So if I need to find velocity, initial velocity u, I can say that I already know the acceleration and final velocity, and I also know the displacement. From initial point, we can clearly see from the figure that displacement of body will be 20 meter. And this displacement is vertically upward, so I can say that this displacement will be plus 20. What we are doing here is any vector pointing upwards, we are taking as positive, and any vector pointing downwards, we are taking as negative. Okay, so I need to find this u, and I already know acceleration, final velocity, and displacement. So to do that, to find this velocity of u, I can use third equation of motion. So third equation of motion is basically v square equal to u square plus 2as. We already know that v is 0. U we are trying to find here. A is minus g, and I can use the value of g to be 10 meter per second square because it is already provided in the question. You can see it here. So g should be 10. Minus is here only because of the direction, and s is basically 20. So I can say that u square will become 400. So initial velocity will turn out to be 20 meter per second. Now, why I am finding this initial velocity? The only reason to find this initial velocity is because we need to find out for how much time interval this ball remains in the air. So I can say that this ball goes up and then comes down. For this entire duration, this ball will remain in the air. So if we need to find out the, suppose this point is A, this point is B. So I can say that while going from A to B and coming back to A, ball remains in the air. So if I need to find out time of flight of ball, time of flight is basically the time interval for which ball remains in air. So I can say that this time interval, this time of flight will be equal to time taken by ball to go from A to B and time taken by ball to come back from B to A. Now these two times will be equal because we already know that if air friction is neglected, then time taken by any body to go up will be equal to time of descent. Okay, so I can say that this time should be equal to 2 times time from A to B. Now looking at the motion from A to B, A is our starting point, B is the highest point or point where ball is at a 20-meter height. So we can say that initial velocity of ball is 20, which we have already found. Final velocity of ball is 0. Acceleration is minus g, which is minus 10. And we need to find out the time. So u, v, a, we already know these three quantities and we need to find t. In this case, we can use the first equation, which is v equal to u plus at. So it will become 0 equal to 20 minus 10t, and this time period will be equal to 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. So I can say that the whole time, whole duration of one ball spent in air, that is called time of flight, it will be 2 times 2 seconds. So this time interval will become 4 seconds. So we can say that each ball will return back to his hand after 4 seconds. Okay. So if he is juggling 5 balls, then 4 balls should remain in the air. Okay. So suppose he has 1 ball in the hand and there are 4 balls in the air. Okay. At different heights. I don't know what these heights are. I can find it out, but I don't need to. Suppose these 2 balls are going up and these 2 balls are coming down. So I can say that as soon as he releases this ball, it will come back to his hand after 4 hours, 4 seconds. So I can say that each ball has a duration of 1 second among them. This duration should be, this time interval should be 1 second. So that after 4 seconds, the ball will come back to its original position. So we can say that each ball should remain in his hand for 1 second only. So I can say that time spent by each ball in his hand should be, total time interval is 4 seconds and he needs to catch 4 balls in this interval. So I can say that time for which 1 ball will remain in his hand will be of 1 second. Okay, so this is how we can solve this kind of problems. Suppose we were given n balls. So what we will do is we will first find the time interval, time of flight for 1 ball, and divide it by n minus 1 to find the time spent by 1 ball in his hand. Okay, this is the simple concept we can use here. Okay,